There's this diet called the ProLon 5-Day Fast Mimicking Plan that promises rapid weight loss, renewed energy, a complete body reset. Basically, it puts your body in a fasting state, but you still get to eat food. It sounds too good to be true. So I decided to try it out and give you the real tea. I have no idea what real tea means. Yeah, most of the reviews you'll find are scripted ads. So I purchased the 5-day plan with my own money and followed it to the T. Also, I could give you an honest review of what it's like, what results you can expect, and whether it's really worth the $200 price tag. Yeah, I paid $200 for this box. But hey, that's only $200 more than I paid to do my last 5-day fast. I'm not a financially responsible adult. But since my starting weight is nearly the same as it was for that fast, we'll get to see how ProLon compares in terms of weight loss, hunger, cravings, and difficulty. When you first open your ProLon box, you'll find 5 smaller boxes nested inside like Russian dolls. Open one of these boxes, and you'll find a moment of confusion where you think you've accidentally been shipped a kitchen starter set for a dollhouse. But rest assured, what we've actually got is nourishing food, scientifically designed to not trigger your nutrient sensing pathways, which sounds made up. But there is some science showing that low protein, low calorie diets can produce a few similar effects as fasting. I'd say something smart about the portion sizes, but the truth is, we're fasting. So I guess any food's better than no food, right? Ooh, I think the most depressing part about this isn't the size of it, but the fact that this meal costs about $20. And for those of you wondering, can't I just make my own version of the ProLon diet for a fraction of the cost? Yes. I mean, no. The owners of ProLon say this box has been specially formulated to ensure precision of nutrients, which sounds made up. Day 1 of the ProLon diet is called the transition day, and you get to try all the foods you'll be eating in smaller amounts over the next 4 days. Here's what the meals look like on the website. Ooh, yum, delicious, tasty, yummy, tasty treat. And here's what they look like when you actually make them. Yum, tasty treat. Oh my, nailed it. If you're curious about taste, most of it tastes slightly better than it looks, which now that I think about it, doesn't say much. These pills taste like seaweed. These crackers taste like birdseed. The desserts taste stale. The L-bars taste, well, like a sour cookie that's already been chewed for you. The teas taste like teas. The olives taste like olives. And the soups taste like a toddler's working in the kitchen and trying their hardest to make soup without using any real ingredients.
Today we're making protein soup.
Yeah, about the hardiest part of the soups are the 12 dehydrated peas you might find floating around on top. Supposedly, each day's food is precisely controlled for total calories and macronutrients. After day 1, it's about 750 calories a day comprised of 10% protein, 40% fat, and 50% carbohydrate, which seems like too many carbs, but apparently this puts your body in a fasting state while giving your body just the right amount of nutrition that you need. And for those of you wondering, how can it be precisely controlled when a person who weighs 150 pounds requires far less calories than someone who weighs 300 pounds? The owners of ProLon say, I mean, that's a pretty good question. But day 1 of the ProLon diet was pretty easy. I had plenty of energy, and I didn't experience any hunger or cravings. Unlike water fasting though, my ketone meter showed that I wasn't yet in fat burning mode. Probably because I ate a total of 1,100 calories and 110 grams of carbohydrates. However, day 2 is where things really start to change. This is when the fasting part of the ProLon Fast Mimicking Diet kicks in. Because all I get to eat today is 2 packets of soup, 14 olives, 1 bar, and 1 dessert. This makes Optavia look like it's not really starving people to death and calling it healthy. You also get a mystery beverage called L-Drink, which is just vegetable glycerin, a cheap sugar alternative that ProLon says provides energy and preserves muscle. Sure, drinking leaf juice isn't directly linked to muscle preservation, but at least it's helping to flush out our digestive system. Yeah, this stuff made me go to the bathroom. A lot. I found that day 2 is where things started to suck. I'm on the struggle bus today. I can't focus. I don't feel like working. I just feel like garbage. Kind of feel like low-key depressed. I don't know if I'm switching over into ketosis or if I'm just starving myself. ProLon says this feeling is normal though, because your body's starting to burn fat for energy. Only my ketones are at an all-time low, so it's not ketosis. I reached out to customer support and asked them how I'm supposed to reach ketosis when I'm eating twice the recommended amount of carbs for a ketogenic diet. They escalated my request to the higher-ups, and I guess the higher-ups were on day 2 of the ProLon diet and also didn't feel like working, because they never responded to me. So now I'm seriously starting to doubt most of ProLon's claims. I've felt worse today than I normally feel on day 2 of eating nothing. I've had more hunger and more cravings, and I still haven't reached ketosis. I'm feeling kinda discouraged, and I don't know how I'm gonna make it through the next 3 days eating the same tiny meals. However, I'm currently on day 3 and already I'm feeling so much lighter.
I'm currently on day 3 and I'm already feeling so much lighter.
Headed. Yeah, I think I might be starving myself. The last 3 days are identical to day 2. 750 calories, the same foods we've been eating. I wish I could tell you that things got easier on day 3, but the truth is, I spent a solid 15 minutes thinking about giving up. But just when all hope seemed to be lost, I came across the paid-for inspirational words of some Instagram doctor.
You can do something for 5 days that may seem like it's hard, but actually is tasty, delicious, and really easy to do. Go to ProLonLife.com to learn more and join me, Dr. Sharon Stills, in eating your way to younger years.
What if I stopped thinking of ProLon as a fast? I mean, if we're being honest here, it's more like an extremely restrictive crash diet. Like when your mom ate nothing but cabbage soup to lose weight. And if my mom can survive on cabbage for a week, I can survive the ProLon diet for 5 days. That's when I started to notice some benefits from doing the ProLon diet. I found myself savoring my food. I took my time with each bite, all 6 of them. I became more aware of how often I thought about eating throughout the day. I felt proud of my resolve to stick with this plan. I was becoming— Oh wait, no, that's all the benefits. The downsides were that I felt hungry for 4 days straight. I had tons of cravings. Every time I ate one of my sad little meals, I got weirdly bloated. Like my body just wasn't healthy enough to handle their precisely formulated, highly nourishing, shelf-stable bomb shelter food. I never experienced an increase in energy or focus. I actually never once reached ketosis. That rhyme was unintentional. According to my ketone meter, my body spent 5 days in a low-calorie, low-energy limbo. Pretty much exactly like that crash diet I got from a $5 weight loss coach last year. However, this is the part of the video where I tell you how everything miraculously changed by the end of my 5 days. I got accepted into ProLon's affiliate program, and I realized since my 5 days I have more energy, I've been thinking clearer, and I've been getting better sleep. I'm just kidding. The real end of my 5 days was more like,
Thank God that it's over. I'm done here.
So, is ProLon better than water fasting? Well, I lost 3 pounds in 5 days, less than half the amount I lost from fasting. It cost me $200, I never once got into fat burning mode, and I survived on highly processed powders and bars that were 50% carbohydrates. But I got to eat. So, ProLon was easier than water fasting, right? Well, they're both challenging. And for some reason, I find it easier to not eat anything at all than to eat tiny portions spread throughout the day. And you can see what 5 days of eating nothing looks like in this video right here. Soup. Just the way my mom used to make it.